Hi guys, welcome to the CATWay. So in this video, we are going to solve our daily set. And before we begin, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now, what do we have today is that XYZ has 5 factories where it manufactures nuts and bolts. The table given below shows the production data of 5 factories for the year 2008. The capacity utilization is the actual production in the year expressed as percentage of total production capacity. Okay. So how does the table reads like? That the production was 36,000 units and that was only 60% of the total production that was there. Okay, so in producing 36,000 units, the capacity utilization, that is out of the total, only 60% utilization has been there. Similarly, for let's say for here, if you talk about for manufacturing 42,000 bolts, only 60% of the utilization was there, and with 60% utilization, we were able to produce 42,000 bolts. So this is how the table reads like. Okay. Now coming to the questions. So which factory of XYZ has the maximum absolute difference between the total production capacity of nuts and that of bolts in the year 2000? So the first and the most important thing that we need to find is the total production capacity. Okay. So total production capacity we are going to find for factories, that is for nuts and for bolts, right? So what do we have over here is, what we know is that 36,000 is basically 60% of total, right? 60% of total. Now this off is gone, this percentage is gone, this is what we have, right? So if you have to calculate the total, all you have to do is 36,000 divide by 60 into 100, right? That is all that you are required to do. Okay. Now what you can do is, see, this 1,000 you can directly remove because you can consider it even afterwards, right? You can consider it even afterwards. So currently all that you are required to do is this. Okay, this is what you are required to do. Or basically what you can say, you can take this as 0.6 directly over here, and then what you will be left with is 36 divided by 0.6. So for factory 1, if you have to calculate the total production capacity for nuts, it will be 36 divided by 0.6, right? Similarly, for factory 2, in that case, it will be 32 divided by 0.5. For factory 3, it would be 42 divided by 0.75 based on the same formula. Okay. For factory 4, it will be 40 divided by 0.8. And for factory 5, it would be 36 divided by 0.9. Okay. Similarly, the same thing will be applied for bolts. So here it is 34 divided by 0.5, 33 by 0.75, 42 by 0.6. Then you have 36 by 90, that is 0.9. And again, you have 36 by 0.8. So this is what we have, right? Now let us get to the actual numbers. So what we have is 60 over here. We have a 64 over here. We have a 56 over here. We have a 50 over here. And we have a 40 over here. Similarly, we have a 68 over here. We have a 44 over here. We have a 70 over here, a 40 over here, and a 45 over here. Now, as I said, you can apply that 1,000 even later on. So this is actually 60,000, 64,000, and so on. This is 44,000, let's say this is 70,000, and so on. So all these values are in thousands. And the values that we have got in this position are the total production capacity of nuts and bolts for different factories. Now it is asking the maximum absolute difference between the total production of nuts and bolts of factory. So for factory 1, it is 68,000 minus 60,000, that is 8,000. For F2, we have 64 minus 44, that is 20,000. For F3, we have 70 minus 56, 14,000. So till now, we have the highest of F2 with 20,000. For F4, it is 10,000. And for F5, it is 5,000. So the maximum absolute difference is for factory number 2, that is option number B is the right answer. Okay. Coming to question number 2, what is XYZ total production capacity of nuts in that year? So total production capacity of nuts will be the combination, the sum of all 5 factories. So that is 60, 64, 60 plus 64, that is 124, right? 124 plus 56 will take you to 180. 180 plus 90 will take you to 270. So 270, and because it is in 1,000, so 3 zeros will be added. So the total capacity is 270,000. Option number B is the right answer. Come to question number 3. What is XYZ Limited's capacity utilization for bolts? So in summation of all, it is asking what is the overall capacity utilization if it is asking. So what you have to do is number of bolts that are produced divided by the total capacity. So let us first find out the number of the total capacity. So total capacity is 60 plus 40, 100, 170, 210 and 250. After 250, you have a 8 and 4, that is 262, and 262 and 5 takes you to 267. So 267 and then 000, this is the total capacity. Now talk about the production. So this is the production, that is 30 into 4 plus 40, because 30, 30, 30 and 30 will take you to 120. 120 plus 40 is 160. After 160, what do you have is, after 160, what do you have is 4 plus 3, that is 167, 169, 169 and 12, 180. So 181, 000 is the actual production over the total production capacity of 267. So 181 divided by 267 will give you the average capacity utilization, that will be equal to 67.7. So the correct answer is option number D. So this was again a pretty easy set, guys, and hope you have all understood the set well. Thanks for watching the video.